As a first responder, you're faced with stressful situations on a daily basis. Your duties, although essential to the entire community, are strenuous and can be physically and mentally draining. Being first on the scene facing challenging and often dangerous situations is not something the average person encounters or can even understand. In the aftermath of these events, many first responders experience a wide range of emotions. In fact, multiple studies have shown that first responders experience things like poor sleep, distressful thoughts, persistent anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD, substance abuse, depression, and even thoughts of suicide at a greater rate than the average person. And oftentimes, it's not just the first responder that may be suffering. These constant stressors can also take a toll on family members. Connections has been providing assistance services for over 30 years, and the First Responder Program was created specifically to meet the needs of first responders and their families.
I wish my head could forget what my eyes have seen. As a former law enforcement officer and EMT for over 20 years, I have experienced firsthand what stress from the job can do to your health and the added stress it can have on your family. As a police chief, I witnessed what the job can do to relationships as well as the emotional well-being of employees, including substance abuse. Years ago, first responders were expected to just deal with it, and as a result, many first responders just left. Today, you don't have to just deal with it. You have options by simply taking advantage of the resources offered through Connections.
This program is more than just mental health. It's assistance for a variety of life's stressors, things like addictions, elder care, child care, legal and financial questions, consultation for a special needs child, prenatal specialists, and trauma, which can be very overwhelming in the case of death or serious injury. Does the program provide addiction counseling? Addictive chemicals like drugs and alcohol are used and sometimes seriously abused. And yes, that certified drug and alcohol counselor can answer many questions and can be seen locally, in person, as needed. Family members can be worn out by the endless cycles of responding to addictions. Support for family members is often the engineering needed for finally achieving relief from the stress caused by addiction or alcoholism. What about money or legal questions? Following phone or email contact, you may be referred for up to 25 minutes of free legal help, and confidential budgeting and consumer credit professionals are also available. How do you access these services? With the First Responders Assistance Program, you can connect to resources anytime, day or night. Simply call 800-779-6125. A brief telephone call is all it takes to get started. What happens when you contact Connections? Connections will gather some basic information regarding your needs, and you'll be provided access to appropriate resources. No names or personal information is shared unless you provide written instruction and formal signed releases for such reports. Who is entitled to the benefit? First responders themselves, spouses, and dependents, including children away at college, all have access to licensed and qualified professionals. Why should you use the First Responder Assistance Program? All of life's challenges like grief, pain, interpersonal conflict, family breakups, money issues, school problems, all the stuff that distracts from the sense of success and fulfillment. All of these problems are best solved by using a trained and experienced advisor who can provide coaching and consultation. Can things ever be normal again? The answer is yes. The road may be difficult, but knowledgeable and helpful professional support can provide comfort and hope. Consultation is only a phone call away.
As a police officer for 23 years, I know firsthand how difficult the job can be on first responders and their families. We experience events no one should have to experience, but we do, and there's no doubt they take a toll. I've lost a friend to suicide and have seen friends struggle with PTSD. I became a peer helper after my own struggles. We take care of society. We must take care of each other. Needing help or someone to talk to is not weakness. It's a normal reaction to very abnormal events. Please look out for each other and reach out for assistance when you need it.
You are not alone. Don't suffer in silence. Connections is proud to serve those who serve their communities as local first responders. The program is confidential and no money changes hands. So call earlier rather than later. After all, a little problem is easier to deal with before it grows and grows. That's it. Simply call 800-779-6125 or log in at www.connectionseap.com.